welcome back everybody. This is the third part of this very short yoga series. First of all, I hope you and all your family are still well. This little practice is more to do with opening the hips. It's quite gentle, so it can complement some of the other practices in this series, or you can do your own home practice and then use this at the end. It may be nice to do it in the evening. Anyway, let's get started with our breathing. So just settle the body down. As always, you may lay flat on your mat. You may sit cross-legged, maybe even sit in a chair. But close your eyes, just relax. Remember this short time is just for you. And we're going to focus on some very deep tummy breathing. So place both hands on the tummy wherever you are. And inhale wide and full. Into the diaphragm, into the back ribs. Allow the tummy to rise. Maybe count for 4. Hold just for 1 breath. And then release for 4. Allowing everything to deflate. Start again. Inhale for 4. Remember, wide and full. Feel the fingers gently coming apart. Hold. And exhale for 4. Hold. Inhale for 4. Feel everything filled up. Hold. And then deflate. Exhale for 4. On each exhalation, feel your body relax a little deeper. Just stay here for a few moments, counting your breath, relaxing the body, surrendering onto the earth, allowing any tension in the body just to fade away. And when you've completed a round of breath, we're going to start this practice in Supta Baddha Konasana. That sounds awfully posh, but all it means is reclining goddess pose, where the soles of the feet come together. Lying down, Supta, in supine, and just gently feel the hips, the glutes onto the mat, your shoulders onto the mat, and gently start to allow the knees to release down, taking away the tension from the shoulders. Maybe keep your eyes closed and focus on that breath. This is a nice hip opener. And remember, our hips are an area where we hold both physical and mental tension. So just allow them to soften. Also, emotional tension is held here. So just keep relaxing down. Softening the mind. Allowing the muscles to just expand a little further. Let's do 3 more rounds of breath. So inhale and exhale 1. Inhale and exhale 2. Inhale and exhale 3. Now keep lying down. We're going to do Supta Hasta Padangusthasana. So taking your trusty strap, allow both legs to come long. Feel the shoulder blades melt into the mat. The tummy is gently coming back towards the knee. Your left hip is glued, or your glute is glued to your mat. That makes sense. And gently rest your left hand on your left hip. Right leg rises. The strap comes underneath the right foot. And just loosen out those hamstrings all the time. Those shoulders are on your mat. Your left toes are coming towards your face. So engage the quadriceps, the big muscles at the front of the leg. Gently pull up on that kneecap. Now if your hamstrings are a little tight, especially if this is first thing, just bend and release. Bend and release. If you're doing your own practice, you may take your leg out to the side. Often we don't have room if we're competing with furniture, so you may stay here. You may even take the cross at some point where you hold the strap in your left hand, coming across, making sure those shoulders remain on your mat. But for this purpose, we're just stretching out the hamstrings, engaging that left leg. Hip isn't popping up. And then release. So strap around the left foot. Right toes coming back towards your face. The quadriceps are engaged. Glutes on the floor. Hip isn't popping up. So place your right hand on your right hip. Make sure it's not going anywhere. And as I said, if you're doing this practice by yourself, or you want to press pause, you may take the left leg out to the left, keeping that hip down, taking the cross by taking your strap with your right hand, coming across, or if not, just stay here, focusing on the hamstrings, maybe bending and releasing, bending and releasing. All the time, don't be lazy, focus on what the right leg is doing. Shoulders are relaxed. Feel the shoulder blades melting down onto the mat, onto the back ribs. Lose any tension in the strap, any tension in the jaw. Feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. And release. Lose your strap. And we're going to come up to a seated position. So that was Supta Baddha Konasana as we started. Now we're just doing Baddha Konasana, also known as butterfly in yin. So now you may take your feet closer together to get a nice stretch inside the thighs, or if you have them further apart, you're opening out the hips. So you decide where you want to take your feet and sit up nice and tall. And if you have time, I suggest you do this and gradually go lower as the hips open, all the fascia around all the muscles starts to soften and release, and in no time you'll be able to go further, taking your head way towards your feet. It really does happen. But we probably don't have time at the moment, or not on this short video anyway, so inhale and exhale, come further forward. Inhale and exhale, coming further forward. Pregnant ladies, you may like to take a pillow or a bolster and just rest and make room. Your forehead. In fact, anybody can do this. Just as long as you're getting some form of stretch. Maybe take your hands underneath your calves. Will enable you to go a little further forward. So another trick is to sit on your block if you feel your hips are going too far back. Whatever, I'm coming out, but just find where's comfortable for you. Don't allow anything to scream. Your hip flexors will hurt the next day. So just get comfortable, feel everything releasing, and we're going to hold for 3 more breaths. So inhale 1. As you exhale, allow that tummy to come back, so the navel's coming back to your spine. Inhale and exhale 2. Inhale and exhale 3. As I say, you always have the opportunity to press pause. That's the beauty of having an online class. You can't do that with me that easily in class. So, we are going to come into our downward facing dog. So come very gently, maybe through tabletop. As always, you all know these instructions very well by the end of this lockdown. The fingers are spread wide, especially the index finger and the thumb. The weight into the knuckles, the heel of the hand. The wrist creases are parallel to the short edge of your mat. Your shoulders are over the wrists. Your hips are over the knees, shoulders are relaxing, the spine is long. Keep then tuck the toes, hover the knees, and gradually come up, pushing those hips up and back. Your feet are hip width apart and parallel. Your gaze, your drishti, is to the back of your mat. Your shoulders are relaxed. Let's do some hip opening now. So taking your left foot into the centre of your mat. Raise your right leg. Point or flex your foot. So here we are in a three-legged dog. Maybe bend that hip, yawn open those hips. See if you can see your right foot under your left armpit. Flex your foot as though you're standing tall. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, leg comes up. Exhale, taking your knee towards your nose. And step your right foot to the top right hand corner of your mat. We're going to do Uttan Krishnasana, which means lizard pose. But we can come into this gently, especially if you want a gentler option, you want to hold for longer, or you're pregnant, quite near the end of your trimester, and you have to make room for baby. So allow that right foot to come to the top right hand corner of the mat. And simply hold onto the blocks. You may have them whichever height is best for you at the moment, and then lengthen out through the neck. The neck is long, the spine is long, and this is your dragon lunge. Of course, you can take your knee pad onto your knee, get really nice and comfortable. Remember, this is quite a gentle, relaxing session. So staying there is perfectly fine. Start to open out the hip a little bit, but feel some opposition, so pulling the hip into the midline. Now the options are, you can come into the full Uttan Krishnasana, the lizard pose, by coming onto the outside edge of the right foot, staying here, lengthening through the back. Maybe take it up a notch by taking your right hand onto your right knee, looking over your right shoulder. This is one of my favourites. Feeling a gentle twist. Pregnant ladies, this is still okay for you because you're not really closing the twist, but go very gentle here. You may take your right forearm down to the mat, your left. Remember, all these are quite advanced. Try and release the shoulders. Settle the mind, finding stillness in the mind. Allowing all the deep muscles to soften. Now another option is keep the left hand on the mat, taking hold of the left foot with the right hand, looking over the shoulder. Remember, this is quite advanced, but who knows, we may be here for a long time. So by the end of our period, this may not seem that challenging at all. So there are basically your options. Stay for as long as you like. And then we're going to lose the knee pad, sweeping that right foot back into maybe a one-legged vinyasa, which I showed you earlier, or any method of getting yourself back to your downward facing dog. So your hips are up and back, your fingers are spread wide, shoulders are away from the ears. And we're going to step the right foot into the centre, raising that left leg all the way to the sky. Flex or point your toes, feel the hips releasing and opening. Maybe yawn out those hips by taking your left foot, seeing it under your right armpit. Flex the foot so you're standing on the backboard. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, knee comes to the nose, and gently step your left foot to the top left-hand corner of your mat. Again, taking your blocks, maybe the knee pad comes under the right knee. Just look here for length first. Gradually, maybe release the blocks down, lengthening out the back. Now remember, our bodies are not symmetrical, they're asymmetrical. So whatever felt nice on the right side may not feel good on the left. So just be mindful of that and take your modifications. I'm much tighter on the left side, so I can show you some more modifications. Maybe coming to the outside edge of that left foot. One arm comes down, then the other. I can get there, but it's not as comfortable. So I'm going to use a block to rest my forearms on. Staying here and breathing all the time. Remember, lizards have very long backs. So lengthen, lengthen, lengthen out that back. Another favourite, left hand onto the left knee, looking over that left shoulder. Maybe taking the twist, taking the bind. I'm going to stay on my right hand this time and take my right foot with my left hand, looking over that left shoulder. Feeling a stretch in the left glute, the right hip flexors. As I say, you can stay for as long as you like in any of these poses. Good. Now let's all just take a child's pose or a puppy dog. So having your knees hip width apart or mat width apart, whatever's comfortable for you. We should all be quite open and loose by now. So I'm going to go quite wide and then just gradually allow those arms to come out. Your forehead is on the mat or maybe onto a block. Maybe if your sit bone can't go all the way down to your heels, you can place a rolled up towel so you are more comfortable. And when you've got yourself comfortable and rested, just breathe wide and full into that upper thoracic area. Feel the ribs expand, letting go of all the tension. As I said earlier, this is a lovely stretch for eliminating any stress. Very nice. Then come up, let's get ready for our tiger stretch, which is lovely for the back. Or let's do some cat-cows first to really open out through the back. So inhale, looking up, bottom in the air. Don't allow that tummy to sink down. Open through the chest. And exhale, rounding down like your angled cat. Inhale, coming up. You're flexing and extending the back. This is an excellent exercise for any back issues. Shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, round up. So staying in your tabletop. Maybe move your left knee in slightly. Raise the right leg up behind you. Coming onto the side, take hold of the right ankle with the right hand. And gradually open out. Now it doesn't matter where you get to. Maybe you want to really push in like you're doing a dancer's pose, or you're paralleling the thigh more towards your mat, opening through the shoulders. Just see where it takes you, and remember, every practice is different. Feeling the glute stretch, the shoulders are opening, the quadriceps and the hamstrings. Inhale and exhale and release. Settle yourself, steady yourself, coming back to your tabletop. Left leg behind. And yes, of course, pregnant ladies can do this, but maybe you have to take a much more gentle option. Whatever you are, just play with this. Whoops. Looking over your left shoulder, engaging the core. Let's take 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale and exhale, 3. Release. Now we're going to roll over onto our backs, and we're going to do a lovely pose called banana, which I know most of you have done with me on our Wednesday sessions. So let's lie down. Think of the body softening. We're going to take the arms overhead, holding onto the elbows. Now, if you know that if you have any tension in the arms or the neck, just release the arms down by the side. If not, hold on to your elbows. Plant those glutes onto your mat. And we're going to take the right side of the body over to the left, so the top only. Come across like so. Inhale, exhale. Then allow the legs to come over to the left. Right ankle can cross over the left. And enjoy this lovely lateral stretch in the right side of your body. Maybe close your eyes. There's tension in the shoulders. Just allow the arms to come down, or rest your hands onto your shoulders. The shoulders should be on the mat. If you have any real tension, just ease off, or place a small blanket or a towel under the lower back. And let's hold here for 3. Inhale and exhale, 1. Inhale and exhale, 2. Inhale and exhale, 3. Very gently make your way back to your center. Come to Shavasana just for a second. Get those shoulders away from the ears. Do the same with your arms, but take the cross the other way. Hands can come onto your shoulders. And then we're going to move the left side of the body over to the right. Glutes aren't going anywhere. And then allow those legs to follow. Right leg, left leg. Maybe cross the left leg over, left ankle over. And start to feel a lovely natural stretch all the way down the left side of the body. Again, if you need to ease off, please do so, or modify with a small cushion or a blanket. Wherever you are, just get comfortable. Starting to eliminate any tension, any stress from the body. And we're going to hold here for 3. Inhale and exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale and exhale, 3. Coming back to center. Now you have the opportunity to come into an inversion of your choice. I'm just going to do a nice gentle one because we're really cooling down the session now. So placing your block under your sacrum. So a lot of people don't quite know where the sacrum is. So if you're feeling that you're tilting on the block, it's too far up or too far down, just feel where it's comfortable. And once you're there, raise your legs up, palms face the sky, and just relax. So I'm going to hold here with you for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale, 1. Inhale and exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale and exhale, 5. Gently lose a block. Legs come down. Of course, there's always puppy dog, a dog against the wall if you want a gentle version. And you are going to settle down for a very short Shavasana. I'm going to take you through a short one. And then if you want to use the longer version that I recorded for you, do this one, play your long Shavasana and relax. So, get comfortable. Lie down on your mat or sit cross-legged. Start to focus on the breath. Feel slow, long non-interrupted, inhales and exhales. Each inhale and each exhale, just gently rolling into one. Feel the body soften with each exhale. Keeping your eyes closed, maybe scan your body for any areas of tension and breathe into these areas. Keep focusing on the breath, the uninterrupted, the smoothness of your breath. Shoulders shuffle together. Just relax, melting onto the earth. Feel the front of the body melt into the back of the body. The back of the body melt down onto the earth. You're like hot wax. Just inhale and exhale. Just think on these words. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you will start having them. Now in your own time, if you're going to finish this short Shavasana here, very gently allow your knees to come in towards your chest. Allow the hips to fall gently to the right, and then your knees can come over to the left. Stay here for a few moments. Take a long, deep, wide, nourishing inhale. Feel the body fill up, and a long, slow, cleansing exhalation. Your body is sinking further into your mat. One more. Inhale and exhale. Start to bring some life back to your fingers and your toes. Flex your wrists, wriggle your fingers. Flex your ankles, wriggle your toes. And very gently come to join me in an easy cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Have your hands resting gently on your knees. The crown, the energy is going through the crown of your head. Your back is long. Your hips are relaxed. All the tension, physical or emotional, has evaporated. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your left hand to your heart center. Join it with the right. Bringing your thumb knuckles up to your third eye, your Ajna chakra, the seat of your intuition. Allow your intuition to guide you in these very challenging times. I bow my head to you, you bow your head to me, and together we say Namaste.